The reason you fall off is because you don't start it right in the first place. Now, this is a lesson that I've learned when it comes to working with people who fall off all the time, or they used to be in shape and now they're not in shape. And it's super common when it comes to getting into fitness. People who do not shift their identity and start with the end in mind, the long-term vision, because the end goal is to live a life where you look amazing, feel amazing, and you live your life in a healthy way. If you don't start with that goal in mind, you're going to fall off because you're reaching an end goal and you don't understand maintenance, right? If your goal is to lose weight, to lose the 30 pounds, but your goal is not to lose the 30 pounds and keep the 30 pounds off, you start it differently. You could say, oh, I can just not eat. But then you don't understand how to actually maintain that result. So the biggest way to stay consistent is to make it, number one, easy, but to number two, make sure you can do it long term, right? Because when it comes to actually getting results and keeping results, which is the reason, because if you get the results and you don't keep them, what's the point, right? You have to start things in a way in which you can weave it into your life already, but also you can't have a ton of restrictions and barriers and rules. So one thing that I do and one thing that I've learned is you need to have as little rules as possible, right? And the best way is to think of guidelines as opposed to rules, right? So a good two guidelines that I can follow is protein and calories for a diet, resistance training set volume for muscle growth, right? So if we want to build muscle, we do this many sets and we go and we work hard in the gym and we go 2 to 3 days a week and we get it in and we eat a certain amount of calories and a certain amount of protein, and that's all we do. Those are only 3 things we have to do and we can get results. So as opposed to saying, oh, you have to do strict meal plan, you have to do this, and you have to work out this way, and you have to do this split, and we're going to eat like this and this, and you have to eat this meal. Are you going to do that forever? You're going to not eat carbs forever? Not really very feasible. So when we're looking at how do we build a plan, craft a strategy that is going to allow us to stay consistent over the, not just the short term, but in the long term as well, it has to be something that you can enjoy doing. And now, hey, you're not going to enjoy it all the time. You're not going to enjoy it all the time. So there's 2 things you can understand. You can try to start and try to find out the easiest way you can do it, that you can tolerate at least. Or, hey, you can also understand that it might not be easy all the time. Because I think a lot of people also just are looking for the easy way, but also there's a lot of people that also try to do it the hard way. So it needs to be a happy medium between, hey, being disciplined with what we have to do, but also not giving you so many things that you have to do, if that makes sense. So it has to be a happy medium between, here are the things that we definitely have to do. If you want to lose body fat, you're not going to be able to eat 1 billion calories over you can't do that. You're going to gain weight. So there's certain laws that cannot be broken. But it's like, what laws do we have to follow? Okay, we have to stress our muscles if we want them to grow. We have to be in some kind of calorie deficit if we want to lose weight. Great. So now, how do we weave that into our life? Well, an example would be, hey, if you're a busy guy, if you're a lawyer or a doctor, you have a lot of work schedule, the way I always like to recommend it is 3 days a week max in the gym. 30 minutes, 3 days a week. Get it in, get it hard. Boom. Training volume, and then their plans are done for them, right? So I do their plan, so it's like they can walk in the gym, see what's on the agenda, get it done, and leave, and they don't have to think about it. That's what helps them, because a lot of people spend time. I don't have time. You have time to go work out. You don't have time to figure out a workout plan and make a workout plan and then follow the workout plan and adjust the workout plan and then fix the workout plan. That's what people don't have time for. They have 30 minutes. They don't have the hours it takes to actually plan a proper strategy to go ahead and execute that proper strategy for the rest of their life. That's what they don't have time for. So an example of what I do is 30 minutes, 30 days a week, protein and calories, high protein breakfast before work, high protein lunch if we have lunch, and whatever we want for dinner. That's a good strategy. Three days a week training, high protein breakfast and lunch, whatever we want for dinner. That's a strategy that works very, very well. Because with that strategy, you're going to hit your protein, you're going to get your set volume in, and with your nutrition, you're going to lose the fat. With the training in the gym, you're going to build muscle, and it's going to be easy, simple, and it's going to work. I promise, I promise, I promise. It's going to be amazing. And the biggest thing with that is you can go out to eat. Dinner can be whatever you want as long as you're in your calories. If you keep lunch and breakfast lean, or just a really lean high protein breakfast, you can be more flexible. So we can be flexible. We don't have to spend a ton of time in the gym. We don't have to do all this craziness. It's something that's already set up for us to be able to get results in our busy lives. And that's the theme. The theme of this lesson is we need to be disciplined with the things we have to do, but when it comes to the things we have to do, we don't need to make all these crazy rules. We need a few strict guidelines for what we want. We want to build muscle, lose fat. So what are the things we have to do? And let's do those. And let's do it in a way that doesn't give us 10,000 commandments we have to follow. Let's do it in a way that makes it easy, simple, fast, effective, and something we can do for the rest of our lives long term, right? And I'll tell you this, if you're a busy guy, like the people I work with, you're a busy guy, you have a long job, you're great at your job, you're amazing in your career, but when it comes to fitness, you really just want that guidance, and you don't want to have to go through the stress of figuring out what workouts to do online. You don't want to have to open up Instagram and see all these random workouts. What do I do? You don't want to walk in the gym and feel confused about what exercises are going to be the best exercises. I mean, it's like that's confusing. You don't want to have to go to the grocery store and say, well, what do I eat? Like, I don't know really what to eat to lose like the stomach fat and, you know, and the love handles. I don't really know what to eat for that. I don't know, you know, what to eat, when to eat. I don't know how to eat. And I don't really know exactly the best strategy to look amazing in the gym either. And I really struggle with my motivation. And it's like I'm really good at my job and I'm really amazing in my career. But when it comes to fitness and, you know, being able to, you know, look and have the body I want to give me the energy so I can be more productive at work, I can feel more confident, and I can feel better about myself and my life and my balance between work and life and relationship. And I want my body to fuel my career, and I want to fuel my confidence, and I want to fuel my relationship to help make me a better person. So when I look at myself in the mirror, that I really do love the person I see. If that's you, if that's somebody, you know, if I'm speaking to you right now, I actually do work with guys just like yourself. I help you lose 20, 30 pounds, you know, get toned up, build some muscle, and be able to kind of look in the mirror and really feel amazing and take that feeling, take that confidence, take that discipline, and be able to take that to have more energy at work, to feel more confident about yourself when you take off your shirt, to help your clothes fit better so you look better in your suit, in your uniform at work. And so when you come home from work, your relationships and your life in general is improved because you feel like a more confident, better, more energetic version of yourself, and you can give back to your family and your work and your life more. And if that's you, go ahead and shoot me a follow on Instagram and shoot me a direct message and just let me know kind of what the struggles are and let me know what the struggles you're having is. And if, you know, I think I can help, you know, maybe we can see if you know, working with me is something that you feel like could help you, and, you know, we'll chat it up and I'll see if I can help you out. And have an amazing day, you know, and let's get after it. Let's grind, let's go. And I'm rooting for you and I believe in you. And if you're serious about getting in shape, you're serious about taking your physique and your life and your body and your career to the next level, to have more energy, to have more confidence, to have more belief in yourself, follow me on Instagram and shoot me a direct message. DM me the word results. DM me the struggles you're having, what's going wrong, what's going right, where you'd like to improve, where you think you're struggling, and what you'd like some help with. And I'll see if I can help. Have an amazing day, and let's get after it.